Hi. Um, I was listening to James Munder, or no, it was Tyler from Secure Team 10. Um, when I was uploading my last video, and he was talking about those diamond-shaped asteroids. That just makes sense too, but I was just thinking about, and talking about the diamond shape, and like I say, if it's within things, and everything moves, it says like we're made in God's image, and the universe is that image. And like even one of our blood cells has different components within it, and it's never still. Nothing's, it's always moving. Well, they're trying to figure out the ley lines and this, that, and the next thing. And if everything's always moving, they'll never be able to pinpoint anything accurately. And I believe that God has the power to change everything at a moment's notice. It's just like if I go like that with my fingers, well, that's done. If God were to let his children through or show us the door and they can't find the door, that type of thing. Well, they've been trying to map it out, and but I believe personally that if I were God, I would never have given Satan any information, and being that God's stronger, he couldn't bully it out of him. So he doesn't know everything, and neither do they. What do they think? Everything's still that they can measure something. It's like measuring um, rapid eye movement, perhaps, is a scenario. Um, it's always different. They'll never be able to just pinpoint that situation, is my belief. So anyway, yeah, what Doug had said, something interesting when that phone rang was our electric company. Just one moment. We called to get our smart meter removed and go back to the analog, which they want to charge us $30 a month for doing that extra. And then we send in a reading. Go scratch in the living room. Lady, come here. Get. Go. Go. I don't want her scratching in my room, all that dog hair. Well, anyway, so, um, uh, okay. Yeah, just, oh, I'll get back on track. Doug's out there revving up the motor on my baby Lincoln. He moved it, so that's good because I didn't want any cars in the front of my house. I would rather have them all over by the shop on that side. So, but anyway, so that was a little. And the dog, you things are distracting me. Yes, look sheepish. Now there's a sheeple if I ever seen one. She had her ears just like a sheep. So, but yeah, okay, back to the smart meter. I don't think it matters. They'll get you one way or another. I think it's all a bunch of baloney. And it's just like their 5G crap. These people don't bother me with their small little imitations of boo. You're trying to scare me. Oh, okay. So I'm scared now. You know, it's like an Ebola scare and everything. Whatever. I have a soul forever. So really, their minute little boo tactics aren't going to scare me. And so we're going back to analog. They want to charge us. Then once a month or every 3 months, something like that, we have to take our own reading and send that in. And it takes some secretary like 5 minutes of work, and they're charge you $30 for it. What? So anyway, and yeah, the 5G is all protected. We got it all covered up in steel, so it's enclosed and everything. I personally didn't see any difference with it in my health. Doug said he did, and he said he had nosebleeds and whatever when he was talking to the people. And it's like no difference here, but that's okay. I don't let their little small-minded baby baloney bullshit games bother me at all. And have seen no difference in the 5G effects or its performance. There's no difference in anything so far. So, um, I can hear more things out of people's videos if they have subliminal music in the background that have very low tones that are hard for ears to hear audibly, or very high pitch set in increments and stuff. I pick up on all these little weird things a lot more than I do anything going on in my environment. I don't let them scare me at all. And I've been around all those diseases because I found that case I was telling you about. So, nothing they're saying and doing is really getting to me like that. So, um, it's still no fear. I don't care. Ugh, they're so, oh, it's like, oh, disgustingly small minds compared to God. He said, just don't worry about them, let them carry on, and time's a wasting. So, yeah. But they keep playing, keep playing. One will lie, the other will swear to it. It's like terrible, you know, lusting after what they want and ignoring the fact of what the ramifications will be, and all their alien baloney. And I have no doubt that people, I've seen a UFO. Do I believe in aliens? Nope. Do I believe that they can appear to be alien and have in the past? Oh, absolutely yes. Um, are they human beings? Yep, always human. God said, don't let anybody fool you. We're made in the image of God. Everybody is. Everybody, including the aliens. So, yeah, I. I don't have any fear about that bullshit. If they want to come up with some kind of deformed mongoloid, no offense to any Mongolians, I'm talking total mongoloid, lumpy type of something, human being, inbred something funny, weird, and say it's non human, well, that's on them. So that's my belief. There's no aliens, there's less disease on this planet than what they're saying. A lot of it is psychological, and it's psychological warfare. And, oh, yeah, I'd like to talk to their smartest person. Yeah, did that. And, battle of wits, not really. I hear it out, but I hear it out on with limited ears because God's always in there going. So when they're talking, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Uh, yeah, uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. What God just told me is bullshit." Yeah. So that's how I feel about all this scare tactic bullshit that's going on. What a bunch of baloney, you know? I told you I have a lot of Muslim friends and a lot of friends from the Gaza Strip on my Facebook page, and we're communicating. I have like 3 Mohammed friends. I think I got rid of one, so maybe I have 2 now. But the one Mohammed in particular, um, I told him I'll continue being your friend, but I'm just asking you one thing. I do know that you're having a hard time. And I told him the story about me being homeless with children on a mountain and afraid and in snow and heat and desert and all kinds of things in my life, different times. Um, and I do feel for them. And I have been in danger, that type of real danger. But I said, I'm just asking you not to pass around the same picture of the same girl with her father holding her, because it's the same picture 4 years later that they're telling me just happened. It's like, And I recognize people, and it's like, no, I seen this picture. I remember passing it around and commenting on it. So if you still want to be my friend, I feel for you. I'll pray for you and pray that people will send you money or help you any way they can. But don't try and snow people. Just tell the truth, you know? And that is my issue with a lot of people. They will take and take and take, but they're not telling you the truth about why they're taking, you know? So 9 times out of 10, people don't want to work as hard as another guy. They want to ride on their back. You know, what do you got that you can give me? You know, oh, gee, I need insurance. Can you guys help? What? You know, I mean, if you have a friend or something and you do favors back and forth, but these people that actually get on there say, I'm very doubtful of the way 99% of the people on YouTube are making their money and what they're making it off of and who's paying them. I hope to God it's none of God's children. I hope to God none of God's children are as gullible. If you want to give, make a bunch of sandwiches and walk out into your town and give away free food. I'm serious. Buy a bunch of peanut butter and jellies and give a give away free PBJs. You'd be doing humanity a greater service. Or give guys some razors and give women some feminine products. Or you see homeless, actually help them, you know. But to help these clowns on here, um, what are they actually doing that is helping humanity is what I'm asking, you know. So, besides not reading doctrine the right way and understanding it the right way, just stopping with the limited knowledge or reading even whatever level of lodge or community they're in and taking that limited information and deceiving with it. That's where I got to put my foot down. And it might be a sensitive person, that might be a good guy, but good may not be good enough. Great and good are different. So I've said that to many guys. Well, I'm a good guy. Well, you may not be good enough. Good only goes so far. It's kind of like 1-ply toilet paper. You'd rather have 2-ply. Yeah, it's disgusting. I am pissed. I really am. I'd like to beat them somehow, whether it be in martial arts or a game of chess or even a game of checkers or um any way possible to make you feel as small as you're looking or they're looking. Because when it strikes me, when something they're saying just strikes me like that, and I get like the willies inside, because they're not speaking truth, they'll say half truths and then put some of their own hokey crap in there, and it just drives me bananas, you know. So, yes, I'm hungry like the wolf. But yeah, and then I seen somebody that I asked her to take back that deer crap with me, and she would not do it, and actually cost a friendship because of it. Uh, well, that's neither here nor there. But she was speaking on ley lines, and I didn't even turn it on because God told me that not only did they move the ley lines, which were natural lines with the rivers and the mountains and whatever, and they redirected electrical lines and stuff and tried to calculate this and that with the sun and the moon. And he said, don't worry about all that. It has nothing to do with it. Everything can change in an instant. and don't buy into their crap. And that's what Satan told them, because that was his understanding, and he's not understanding anything. So just be cool. And I'm like, okay. So leveling compass away, boys, till your heart's content. Yeah. Maybe you'll manifest a real brain. If you want to manifest something, why don't you manifest reality for yourself? Why don't you ask God, please show me the truth of everything? I know the truth and I'm turning from it, but if I'm missing something, if there's something that Satan doesn't know, that by being a good person, a really truly good person, you could put into my heart and soul that they don't know, and you want to be so intelligent, try that one. Ask for the wisdom that you don't have instead of thinking that you got it. You know, I do all the time. I don't want to be mistaken. Mistaken. Ever. Just not my style. So I like to know what I'm talking about when I'm talking. I don't take these little fairy tales that they put out for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years just to sway man in a different direction. If that don't work, we'll take it in that direction. And you know, then we'll tell them this, and we'll tell them a little bit of the truth, but we'll keep it like this or that. And they're never going to know the truth themselves, because Satan never listened. So how could they? If you're not a good student, and you only, it's like reading a story, but you leave out the ending. So they'll read the whole story and leave out the ending. And when the ending comes, they're not going to realize, because they don't know the rest of the story. They didn't ask for the wisdom to understand the rest of the story. They just took it at face value from each fool, passing it on to the next fool, to the next fool, to fool everybody and make money. And that is, if it's not money, like I say, if they want companionship or a car or whatever they want that they don't have, that they're willing to act like fools and be fooled themselves to have a better life than probably the person that won't put up with any crap, won't listen to anybody's crap, because you're walking with God in your heart and you don't have time. You'll listen with an open ear and an open mind, but it's not so open that God's voice isn't inside there. So as they're talking to you, you're thinking, you know, and then something's just not kind of right, and you got to stick with that something's just not kind of right there feeling, you know. Not if it's an anger feeling. If it's an anger feeling right away, then that's probably Satan getting in there. But if God's just telling you, we got to investigate this a little deeper, Barb, and I'm like, okay, what do you want me to look at? And then something will come up, and he'll say, look at that, and I'd be like, wow, okay, I understand a little more now, because he gets us all in them areas where, you know, he leads us like that. So, yeah. But that diamond shape on that asteroid was very interesting, and I swear to God, it was while I was uploading my video. And I had seen it like, oh, maybe 2-3 weeks ago or something on somebody's space program stuff or whatever, and it was more diamond shaped and whatever. So, but I think a lot of this crap is like not only reflections off of God's huge, huge planet up above us, because I was saying too, it's more like an inverted telescope, or if you take the point of that star and think about us under in a contained area like that, and he can see different facets and control different facets from anywhere he wants to be. That type of thing is actually literal in from within us and outside. So, more like a giant mechanical biological telescope. But yeah, I swear to God, I was uploading a video, didn't even look at that diamond shape when I was drawing earlier, and my pen ran out of ink. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you think of everything moving around and he can switch it up to his own designs at any moment, um, and the firmament's up above and they're trying to break through it, it'd be like breaking through to an area that's always changing and can change ahead of time. So they hear their thoughts, he hears their thoughts and he moves them. Or like a week before, he'll move it and I'll go to try and shoot through it and stuff, and he sends fire out of the sky on them. Or it just it I believe with all my heart there's no way they can get above the intelligence that I know is more intelligent than me. And all of them put together don't even have the mind of one of God's kids. Not all of them put together have the knowledge you carry within yourself that can be called out. Anything you want to know, he'll show you. If you really truly don't want to deceive and you want to share everything and make sure everybody's souls are okay, if that's your ultimate goal, he'll show you everything. There's not a doubt in my mind. And there's no stupid in there either. And I'm going to just say it like it is, ladies and gentlemen, excuse my language, pass it on to these bozos that are deceiving. You people are pussies, and you disgust me. You men that think you're men. And the femininity in that mankind, there's one thing they got straight with the health issues. It's not that, I'm going to say it like it is. You boys been eating too much popcorn and too much soy. Estrogen city. So that's all I got to say. You're weak and you make me sick. Taking people's money to give them disinformation. You're disgusting. I'd like to slap you right off your feet, and I'm perfectly capable. It's disgusting. Oh, if God let me, I'm serious. I'm serious. And if you want to come here, if I make you angry, bring it on, you little bitches. You're disgusting. Just the thought that somebody would take money out of their pocket and send it to one of these freaks. Lazy, slimy, disgusting freaks that can't control their urges and take your money for it. It's disgusting. Thoroughly. Yeah, it turned into a bit of a rant, didn't it? Okay, Andrea, there you go. Love you. I do love you. Rant on, my friends. You got something to rant about. They want you dead. Yeah, kill you a tiny little bit at a time. But the most thing that kills you is, well, this is the most thing that kills them. They don't have God within their heart and Christ. They can't heal with Jesus' love or God's love from the inside out, but they get medical care. We heal from the inside out, and they don't have that. So, and they can't call upon that strength in times of need. They have to work together like a bunch of little ants. Or ants is even a bad example because they work pretty good together unless one stumbles and they do eat it. So maybe that is more appropriate. It wouldn't be bees, it would be more like ants. Yeah. So, well, I don't know. Beehive too, if one of their soldiers dies, they might devour it. So, yeah. Maybe God's like that too. I'll have to give that some thought. Hmm. Pondering, pondering. No, there was some stuff, junk, um, junk drone people things that were made just to be destroyed for the end time, and that was to carry bad energy out. So, like I was talking earlier about that little baby boy, I don't know if he's real or not. God didn't give me the A-OK on that. And maybe that has to depend on his demonistic parents, whether they want to straighten up their crap or not. And then it goes into two, how strong is a certain individual? Are you strong enough to carry your family? If they have a drinking problem or um, emotional or mental diseases, are you strong enough to have faith that everybody will be okay in the end without going crazy or being afraid and all that stuff? To be that example for them. That's where I'm at. I know that I'm surrounded by people that believe in God when they need help. And then any other day they assume that they're just as powerful because they feel like they like being humble. They feel like being humble is some kind of a dirty, self-deprecating thing to like one of my friends would come and visit and I would be honored, I would be humbled. um God himself gives me that love, and like they feel less because they're not underneath, they're alongside, but they evidently see themselves as underneath because they're not as old as that, and they're not their own makers, so they literally feel small, which they should. If you're walking beside the Lord, um you're pretty powerful, pretty intelligent, and pretty loving, and you deserve all the um my humbling myself to you, giving you that honorable spot in God's house, which is all of us. So, yeah, you deserve it. But they see it as instead of an honor to humble yourself for your brethren, they see it as a disgrace, more like they're lowering themselves to truly combine as one thought, the same thoughts makes us combined, but they have to work at it. What, I just don't understand that. It's like we have to work at becoming one. um I think before I was talking about that diamond and was thinking about it, another channel heard me thinking about that diamond shape and put that up there. That's true connection. um People feeling each other. You don't have to work at it. There's nothing to work. We're just communicating, saying hi as friends and family and God. But to actually think that you have to struggle or work at anything like that, or um, and I'll say another time, I've said this before, I don't believe on getting on your knees for God. It doesn't make sense to me, you know. Now, if you're crying to the Lord and praying, I can understand, and that's kind of like a weakened spot. But I still say no parent wants you on your knees. That is where I think they're putting another thing of humility, degrading, making that seem degrading to the human mindset that we're made like Him. And my child sits beside me, not on their knees. So I pick them up. I'm telling you, get off your knees. God doesn't want you down there. I'm not saying you don't pray, and I'm not saying that if it's your culture and your custom to be on your knees when you're praying. But I'm just saying it's really not necessary because I could get up and go get a cup of coffee and be in prayer. I walking outside to feed my chicken and I'm in prayer. In fact, um I may not notice the sky because I'm deep in thought with God, that type of thing. Um yeah, sky's another thing. Oh, it's like filthy. But this time of year too, with our sunlight, it is limited. It always is. So being that it gets darker and whatnot, oh, I'm gonna make another video about my thoughts on the moon, um, a little more another time. Yeah, I'll let this one go, and maybe I'll be back later or maybe tomorrow. I'll have to see what's going on in a little while here. Excuse my smoke. Ooh, 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 coming to get you, badass Masons. Um, so I love you all. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. How you doing?